Hey everyone, I am here in beautiful Burbank, California at Hasbro, and today we are talking Overwatch. I'm joined by Vanessa and Carter. Thank you both so much for being here.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you. No, I'm more than happy to be here. This is a very cool thing to be talking about. Your office is beautiful. So, tell us, what do you do on the team? What is your role in creating these incredible figures?
Well, I'm the digital sculpting manager, so I actually take the figures from that 2D world and within the game itself and actually bring it into the 3D toy product. So I actually take that figure and actually make it something physical.
Which is a big job. I think people might assume, oh, you have the digital file, hit print on that 3D printer and you've got a toy, but there's so much more to it.
Yeah.
Vanessa, how about you?
Yes, so I am a product designer here at Hasbro, so I design toys, literally sketching from concept all the way to finish. So in Overwatch, I design all the figures.
Why don't we go from the very beginning, from the first conversation, we're gonna make a Tracer figure, all the way through, it's in a store.
Yeah, the very first step, like we mentioned before, was really start going in the game. So Carter and me will, let's play the game for a night at least, and really dive in and understand who she is. She's like the really iconic very first character in Overwatch, and then she also really represents how Overwatch team gets started, and then with that little bit backstory, then we start playing the game. Carter and I know, okay, this is what she do, and then Carter we would receive the 3D assets file, and then we'll evaluate between our understanding of what she does, what some of the iconic poses like victory pose or some of the really cool action pose. So we'll look at her costume design, all the little details, right? You want to make sure it's three-dimensional, it's realistic on your hand when you really want to make her kicking something, or she's bending her knee, or she's doing a split. So we are really paying a lot of attention to details to make sure everything is what's authentic in the game, but finding also a right balance between what's the physical challenge we have when we're trying to manufacture the product.
So from there, we're actually still working on the figure. We're figuring out things like this, where in the game, her shoe just automatically like bends to the movement of her leg and everything like that. So we're trying to figure out, okay, well, what materials are we actually going to produce the shoe in? But once we figure all of those kind of things out, we're taking the digital files and we're actually making them printable. We're just going through really thoroughly and checking every component of every individual figure.
Like making one character to life, it takes a village to make it happen. Everybody will actually get to touch the figure and really make sure not only is a great character, but it's everything that will work for a great consumer product.
Now, number one, it takes a long time to print, but there's going to be somebody else that then takes all those individual pieces, cleans them up, puts them together, makes sure it all works and fits together. And then after that, it goes off to an initial paint, right?
A lot of times, not only with the sculpting, but with the painting, there's always multiple stages of the process as far as approvals, because they still have to match within Vanessa's specs, they have to match within Blizzard's requirements.
Picking the color, like really specific PMS, which yellow was that? And I will actually work closely with them. Hey, let's look just like what you see in the game.
Okay, the packaging has to look distinctly Overwatch. How did we go about creating that?
Yeah, actually our creative and branding team was collaborating really closely with Blizzard's creative team. What we come up with was a really sleek and clean design which matched with the overall branding. We want to bring it to more action, really capture what's in the game. And also at the back, we include a lot of cool dossier informations to really show not only is a cool product, but a lot of great information that you really want to know about each cool Overwatch characters.
Let's talk about the products we have on the table here. We've got, obviously, this is the Overwatch Ultimates Reinhardt, and we've got over here, this is the Tracer and Mccree set with a sort of custom deco on there. Tell me about these two products. They're available right now, by the way. You can pick these up at your local GameStop store on GameStop.com. But talk to me about each of these.
Well, with this one, this is one of our newer sets that just recently released, and they're redecos of Mccree and Tracer. With these guys, what you don't really see at first are all of these really cool, awesome accessories that are kind of hidden behind the figures and everything. But there's little blast effects, there's extra hands, there's little grenades that are actually fit onto Mccree's belt and everything. So with these guys, it's just really kind of cool to see all these different iterations of the characters, where normally you might be used to having just one figure or something, one kind of representation of your favorite character in a particular game or in a particular world that you're playing in. But now we want to actually offer the fans as many different kinds of iterations of these characters and everything. So just to say, oh, well, I need to have every version of Tracer. I really want that version of Tracer as well. Or that particular version might be that person's favorite Tracer as opposed to someone else's version. So we want to give as much as we can to everyone. So,
yeah, especially all the characters in Overwatch, not only they're amazing, but they have their unique skin. They have like so many different skins to choose from, and obviously every fan has their own favorite skin. And like Carter said, that's why like we were carefully picking what fans will like and put them in pairs that work. So in this example, we believe that it would be great to actually put Pause Tracer and also the white hat Mccree together to make a really unique kind of white and gold, really this luxury, expensive feeling of another version of the character in a 2-pack expression.
Yeah, very dynamic, and it's just another way that you're bringing sort of the experience of the game into the real world, because obviously they've got all these really cool, each season you're getting different costumes and stuff, so now we're seeing that in the figures as well. So we talked a little bit about Reinhardt. Tell me more about Reinhardt here.
So he's actually one of my favorites. When Vanessa said, we're gonna do Reinhardt, and I just looked at her like, are we gonna be able, do we have even packaging that would fit this guy? I mean, he's going to be like massive, but I knew he was going to be a standout because you don't really see something this impressive on the shelves for like really a lot of product out there. And to get not only the figure, you get the hammer, you get the giant shield, which is almost a toy in itself. There's sometimes I'm thinking, did the figure come with the shield come with the figure? Like, which one is the feature here? But just to be able to offer all of this to the fans and really capture this really major over-the-top character. So it's just really cool. Yeah,
and another thing to really add to it is I really want to reiterate and know you guys paying attention to it is because they are true to game, so scale was another big aspect that we really want to capture. So if we put Tracer next to him, actually is true to scale. This is the part we also work closely with Blizzard to make sure that all the characters you collect will, even though they are at 6-inch scale, but overall it will be correct in game in terms of their relationship in height. So that's why Reinhardt was one of the biggest challenge, but also like one of my favorite, to have such a big scale action figure, but still has a lot of articulation that you can pose in a very dynamic way. It's just a super cool product.
Yeah, super impressive figure. Okay, let's look at one more item. This one actually just released. This is the Carbon series. Why don't you tell me about this one, Vanessa?
Yes, so Carbon series is a great way for us to bring all the unique skin to life in a multi-pack version. And what's special about this pack is we actually work with Blizzard and knowing that they are going to design some really cool new skin for upcoming anniversary. So what we did was really work with them. Hey, is it possible that we can actually bring some of this great skin design as a theme that we can work with a multi-pack? That's how we actually bring this exclusive to life. So this is why Pharah and Diva will have some really unique skin design that will be available in the game soon.
That's fantastic. All right, well, thank you so much, Carter, Vanessa, for talking about Overwatch with us today. We really appreciate it. If you want to pick up any of these amazing items, make sure you stop by your local GameStop store or go to GameStop.com right now.